everybody. We are back. My first guest is an Emmy Award-winning broadcast journalist and the co-anchor of ABC's Good Morning America and Primetime Live. Please welcome the very busy Diane Sawyer. Thank you so much for being here.
But I'm nervous. Did I wear too much perfume?
No, you smell fantastic. No.
Because I sprayed it and frequently I asphyxiate people.
No, you smell fantastic. That's very nice. Yeah, it's very beautiful.
In the elevator, I watch people's eyes roll back sometimes. You know, they say,
oh, really?
Yeah, I have to be a little careful.
I'm wearing Old Spice underarm deodorant. Can you smell it? Isn't that nice? I can't believe you moved in for that.
Yeah, I did.
Now, so much to talk about. First of all, I am really thrilled you're here. My wife doesn't get very excited about celebrities. There's like 3, and you are one of them. She's just, I think a lot of women absolutely idolize you.
What's the order?
Yeah. Wow.
Who are my other? Who are the other 2?
The other 2 are 3 Stooges. She's just a huge fan. I'm kidding.
You don't write.
No, I'm not in there. Of course not. No, she thinks my hair is ridiculous.
But does she know what a snarky devil you are?
No, what are you talking about?
Because of what you did to me.
What did I do to you? I don't even remember. I've always thought so.
You have to remember what you did to me. Wilding. It was guerrilla attack.
Guerrilla attack? What are you talking about?
I'm a nice woman, right?
Yes,
I'm
of course.
a perfectly nice person.
Sure, yes.
I go to a movie screening of Troy. There are 4
right.
of us in the room.
I was there with one of our producers.
Right. What can happen?
You walked in with your husband, Mike Nichols.
And we watched the movie, and what could possibly happen the next night? You attack me. On this show,
I don't even remember. We do a volume business here. I've done over 8,000 shows. We've been on the air since 1951.
You said we talked nonstop during the movie.
You guys did chat a lot during the movie. All right, that's not an attack, and I didn't mind. I was very happy to listen to it all, but you're
fine, right? You just took out. I didn't get
every time Brad Pitt walked on, you were like, wow. And I was like, please, Diane. It was very unbecoming.
It's very hard, though. My husband's a movie director. It's very hard to go to a movie with a movie director because he's always saying things like, notice this crane shot. The third guy from the right will die when the bass hits this level. The guy will, and they always do.
Right.
They always do. So he's always admiringly.
He was yelling, pan out, while we were watching the movie.
And I'm saying, close in on Brad Pitt in the kilt. Brad Pitt in the kilt. So.
Now, first of all, I think one of the things that I wanted to talk, because first I saw you at that screening, and I couldn't believe you were at the screening because you work nonstop. I'm content with my 1 hour of TV at 4 o'clock in the morning. Because we're moving this later. But I'm content with my 1 hour. You're on in the morning, you're on at night, there are specials, you're doing the weather on cable. I mean, you're everywhere.
Yeah, someday I want to tape like the Tom Brokaw tape. That's what I'm going for here, someday, yes. Or to be a Conette.
Yeah. If you were a Conette, my rank would go way up through the roof. You'd hang with those guys? That's very nice.
I would, yes. Someday I thought I should go into rehab, like a Betty Ford wing. They must have one for people who can't stop doing television.
Right.
They go in there and walk around. I'm Diane Sawyer, and I'm a TV whatever it is.
Regis Philbin would be there.
That's right.
What am I doing here for? I gotta get back on TV. There I go. I'm over here, and I'm over here, and I'm over there. Regis blows me away because Regis does all these different shows and all of these specials. Plus, in his whatever spare time he has left, which is I think about 40 minutes, he goes to Atlantic City and sings. Has anyone heard Regis sing in Atlantic City?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't want to hear that. And it's it's him singing songs. It's like, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, rock. The crowd runs away. Yeah. You brought up, I should ask you about this. It's only right. You mentioned Tom Brokaw. This is his last night on the air. How do you feel about that, about Tom leaving? You going to miss him?
Are you asking me a serious question?
Yeah, I thought I'd try one, and then I'll add laughs later, yeah.
We're all going to miss him because we realize that they are the witnesses to our lives.
Right.
In so many ways. And he's a wonderfully generous and good-hearted witness to our life. He understands a lot. He's also funny, and he's a good friend to everybody in the business.
He's also got that great voice. I wish I had. My voice is kind of like, "Hi, everybody. How are you? Good to see you." But Tom Brokaw has a great,
that voice either.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to lower your voice? Have you ever tried to change your voice?
I've tried shots. Yeah. But I formed breasts, and I had to stop. It turned out they were the wrong shots.
It worked for me, right? I've always wondered, well, I shouldn't say this, but nobody has ever come up to me and said, Dolly Parton. You know, I'm waiting for that day, just one day.
You want to be mistaken for Dolly Parton? Who do you get? Do you ever get mistaken for anybody?
Yeah.
Who?
Martha Stewart.
People think you're Martha Stewart?
All the time they think I'm Martha Stewart.
If I were you, I would go along with it and then give them crazy household tips.
Well, you know,
toilet clog, throw a cinder block in there.
And sometimes Leslie Stahl, but Leslie and I both figured out the same thing, which is when you're having a really bad day, right? You've been sort of snotty to somebody.
Right.
And afterwards they go, and you can always say, Leslie Stahl. Then
Right.
they walk away. They think she's a terrible person, that Leslie Stahl. And she does it to me, too.
I've mentioned this several times, but I had someone on the street. I've actually had a couple of people that come up to me on the street different times and say, aren't you that guy from Conan O'Brien? I'm like, yeah, I'm that guy. I'm Chip Needle, you know.
But wait 4 years, wait 4.5 years, right? How long is it now?
Who even knows? I think it's in 18 years. In 18 years, I'm gonna. But I'm in no hurry. I'm happy here. I'm content.
Right.
I just read that off a cue card. I want to ask you about. You work so much. You must be exhausted. There must be times where you're just, you know.
But I can't nap. I really don't nap. Except did I ever tell you this at that? No, we were sitting together. Do you remember when we were sitting together? At the event, we were sitting together at a long table once.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that event. We were at.
That's right.
Was it Chuck E. Cheese? And it was a child's birthday, and you were in the bin of balls. I remember now.
You were there, and that guy from Conan O'Brien was there.
And that guy from Conan O'Brien was there, Chuck Weedle,
No, but I was sitting next to, talk about the power of the truly unconscious, literally, but I'm sitting on a plane once, and it's very hard for me to sleep on a plane. I'm sitting next to this woman, true story, and she's sitting there, and now we're talking Dolly Parton.
Right.
This is just the most grandmotherly, ample, sumptuous,
big bosom.
Giant,
big
sitting
rat.
there. Right, like that, thank you.
Sorry.
And she's reading her book, and I'm happily just sitting there. I've come back from my 24-hour day and my 16 shows, including The Haircut for Men. And the next thing I know, I wake up and my head is right on top of the stranger's giant, ample.
Right.
It is. It was so sweet, and she didn't wake me. She let me. That's right.
That's so terrific. That's great.
So nice. And I, of course, said, "Hi, I'm Martha Stewart," and this was.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And then give her some bad advice.
Right.
I have to remember that excuse. That'd be a good one on a plane. I'm sleepy. You horrible man! It's Chuck Weedle, if you ever. Now, I know I want to talk about this. This is a big scoop for you. You've done this special with the cast, not of Ocean's 12 now. 12. And how many people were involved in this? How many stars did you get?
We had 3. We had 6. 3 on each side of me here. George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Don Cheadle, Matt Damon, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and Andy Garcia.
Wow.
All sitting there in a room. Julia was going to be there, but I don't know why she thought having twins was more important than my interview. But
what a selfish woman.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Get
twins.
A priority here.
Yeah. Triplets I could understand.
They are so funny. They're really funny.
Yeah.
And they clearly are old friends. They treat this whole thing like a giant joke. They have their running gags. They are merciless with each other, and sometimes very serious. And then bam, they're back at each other. They're great.
Well, it sounds like a fun special. It's an exclusive interview with the cast of Ocean's 12, and not just one person, two. That's what most shows do. You got everybody.
Right.
That's tomorrow's primetime live at 10:00 p.m. on ABC.
Right.
Thanks so much for coming by.
Thank you.
What a treat to have you on the show.
Thank your wife for me.
Oh, yeah, I know. She cares more about you than about me. Diane, Sawyer, everyone. Thomas Hayden Church coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.